So, previously, I've talked about powers of attorney and the importance of a power of attorney in enabling people to access information about you, your financial affairs, being able to make decisions when you aren't able to. But something struck me over the last month, and that is the importance, or how much of our lives are now based on these. A mobile phone. And how much of that life is driven by 6 numbers. Just 6 numbers. And what do I mean by that? I mean a passcode. So in the event that the worst happens to you and very sadly you've passed away, you set up a power of attorney, that's brilliant. Somebody is now going, right, I need to take on these affairs, I need to sort them out, I need to manage any tax, I need to cancel bills, all of that stuff. Right, where do I go for that information? Phone. Brilliant. Okay, I've gone to a phone. Okay, so that phone's been off for 3 weeks now. You've plugged it back in, you've charged it back up, all of that stuff. Great. Okay. Oh, facial recognition, that'll work. I've got a picture, it's a really good picture. I'll just show you the picture to my phone, that'll allow me in. Phone was switched off. Facial recognition doesn't exist. It takes you back to a passcode. Power of attorney's all done, all of that stuff. But do those people know what your passcode is? No. Well, how are they going to access your phone? Oh, they'll go to Apple. They'll be able to tell me, or Samsung, or other providers are clearly examples of where you can buy a mobile phone from. Go to Apple and ask them to reset the passcode. They can't help you. The passcode is unique to that phone and they have no means of accessing it. Okay, that's fine. I'll just reset the password of an email. Okay, where does that passcode go? The text message. Old school text message. Who'd have thought? Text message goes to, the phone. But the phone's locked. Yeah, I can't read the text message now. Right. Suddenly your life that you've built up, that you've managed, that you've kept securely, that it's password protected, nobody can get into anything, is now destroyed by 6 numbers. Just 6 numbers, because somebody can't access your phone and enable them to be able to deal with your affairs in the way that you want your affairs dealt with. They can't do that. Okay, there are alternative things they can do. They can go back to going, right, fine, I'll go to a bank and I've got a power of attorney, I can access that. But they've got to know what your bank account number is so they can go to the bank. They've got to know where you bank. And you might have all your cards tied on the phone. You don't have a physical card anymore. Well, they can't access that either. So suddenly, life becomes much more complicated. Photographs, they're on a phone. They're in the cloud. You've got to get a reset password. You've got to be able to find what those things are to enable access to those things. And the phone stops you because it's secure. Get it, understand why. But if you've not told somebody that passcode, they can't deal with that on your behalf. So what have I learnt by the experience over the last month? Tell somebody your passcode. For one, it sounds really simple. Tell your loved one, whoever it happens to be, but what happens if it's your child? I'm not expecting my kids to tell me what their passcode is. I don't want to break into their phone. I don't want to understand what's on their phone most of the time. But I don't want to know what their passcode is because that's unique to them. But what happens if they've passed away? I have no idea what their passcode is. So you've got to tell people that you trust that they're not going to use that information, family members, whoever that happens to be. If you don't have family members, somebody you trust. If that's not something that you want to do and you're comfortable with, why not set up something called a breaking glass email account that people that you trust have access to? And all it's designed to do is to enable them to access your digital life and reset passwords so they can get control and help in the worst of circumstances. So my summary, my conclusion is phones are great. They're secure, wonderful. Until we get to a technology point of view where the providers are able to access those phones with the right pieces of paperwork and the right identification, all of that stuff, we need to do other things to protect our lives and make sure it's managed. tell somebody your passcode. Get it, well, written down somewhere, but tell somebody your passcode that you trust and that's secure. If not, have a breaking glass account that enables them to access it. It's all about worst case scenarios, but when the worst has happened, you'll be really thankful that that worst case scenario has been thought about. My name's Martin Cavey from Chorus Accounting. Some discussions you have to have, even though they're really difficult. If that's prompted you to have that discussion, then that's brilliant, and that's what I wanted to achieve.